Hey guys, Katie here. Welcome back to another album review, and today I'm going to be reviewing Tame Impala's new album, Deadbeat. So, fun fact, I'm going to be heading to the airport here in a couple hours, so I'm really going to speed run through this, so let's just get into it, shall we? Okay, one last thing before we start. I don't know how thick these walls are, but I can hear my dad's TV, so I think you guys can hear my dad's TV. So if you can, just ignore it. That's it. So the album starts off with a song called My Old Ways, and I actually really like the song. I think it's a really good song. I like the kind of like faded vocals at the start, and then when the beat hits, it like the drums kick in, like it sounds like he's talking really close to the mic. I think that's a cool touch. The beat's really good. I like how he sounds on the song. It's all just very well done, and I think this is a good start to the album. I've thoroughly enjoyed this song. Next song on the album is called No Reply, and truth be told, I'm not a huge fan of this song. I kind of think he sounds weird on it, like his vocals just aren't it on this song. And the beat's nothing special, you know, and the way he's announcing things is also nothing special. This song's kind of a nothing burger for me. Like, I never go back and revisit this one. I will say the ending part with like the piano ballad or whatever you want to call it at the end, I do like that. I think that's cool, but that's like not enough to get me back to the song. This is just a mid song. I don't really enjoy it. Alright, next song is the single that he put out before the album, Dracula. And if I had to put this song in one word, it would be overrated. I don't think this song's great. I don't think it's bad either, but there's many songs on this album that I would put over this song. I think it's a cool Halloween song, but the second we hit November 1st, this song's like dying, like no one's gonna listen to this. And he doesn't do anything too cool on this song compared to his previous albums, you know? There's just a lot of potential here that was just missed out on. I do like the song though. I do think it's good, but it just doesn't do like a whole lot for me. And I think as a single, or like the showrunner, it's kind of mid, honestly. Speaking of much better songs, next we got Loser, and this is honestly a really good song. I thoroughly enjoy this one. I like the guitar. I like the kick of the drums. I like the beat on this one. I also like the little like string instrument chords, whatever the hell they're called on it. I like the beat a lot on this song. The beat on this song is really crazy. I also love his voice and what he does with his voice on this song. I think he puts on an amazing performance and I love every bit of it. This song honestly probably has the best chorus on the entire album. This is just an immaculate song. I really enjoy it. Great song. Next song we got on the album is Oblivion, and this is kind of where I start to see a bit of a fall off with quality on this album. It's so EDM-ish, and it's just a bass loop and drums and chimes, and that's it. That's the entire thing. I also don't like how he sounds on this song. Like, it isn't great, like, at all. I also am not a huge fan of EDM in the first place, so that might attribute to why I don't like this song. But I also think the EDM he tried to, like, do, or the house music, or whatever the hell you want to call it, that he tried to accomplish with this song, kind of falls flat on its face. It's boring. It's repetitive. This is a skip any day. After that, we have a song called Not My World, and let me start with the good stuff. I'll start with the good stuff. The beat on the second half is alright, and I think what he does with his voice is kind of cool. That's about it. I think this song is really annoying, to be honest. I think what he does with his voice is objectively cool. However, I also think that he doesn't do it perfectly, and you would have to pull it off perfectly for it to work on this song. So his voice is kind of annoying on this song. I also think the beat's just another generic house beat, and it's honestly kind of sad to see this kind of like quality and beat making from Tame Impala, who has been known as like one of the best creative minds when it comes to beat selection of all time. This song isn't a great song. I'm not a fan of it. This is another skip for me any day. Next song on the album is called Piece of Heaven, and I think this song is a step up from the previous two. It does everything those songs do, but better. Better beat selection or crafting, whatever you want to call it. Tame Impala sounds better, and like what he does with his voice is just better, like all around of this song. This song's actually a really good song. I can easily see myself listening to this one in the future. It also ends with the piano bit that was on the end of No Reply, but I think it works on this song a lot better. The next song off the album is called Obsolete, and I think this song is the most fun song off the album. The beat is just so groovy, and his singing sounds perfect for this type of song. The drums hit hard, and like everything like combines into the beat so well. And I think this is just a really good song. This is easily one of the best songs off this album. I very much enjoy this one. There's also like a minor like switch up halfway through, and this song's a banger. This song's a banger. It's a banger. Next we got Ethereal Connection, and this song's just EDM, nothing more. It's boring. It's repetitive. It's literally everything I don't like about EDM and house music, it all combined into this one song. And I honestly think that this is probably one of Tame Impala's worst songs ever, which is super disappointing to see on this album. Forgot to mention, this shitter is 8 minutes long. An 8-minute long shitter. This is awful. This is an awful song. I really don't like this song. Next song is called See You on Monday, parentheses You're a Loss, and this song is just as boring as the last one. It does nothing creative in the slightest. He sounds boring. The beat's honestly kind of really bad for a Tame Impala beat. It kind of sounds like he went into FL Studio and just whipped something up in 10 minutes and threw it on the album. Like, this beat is really bad. Like, I am not a fan of this one at all. Like, this is a really bad song. The next song is called Afterthought, and I think this one's groovy as hell. Like, this song's kind of a banger. Like, it does house music right to a certain example. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but I think this song is how the other songs, like the EDM and the house music songs of this album, should have been done, because this song does it right, and it makes a groovy ass fucking song, and I love this song. This one's pretty good. I'm a fan. Next song is called End of Summer, and I don't necessarily think this is that bad of a song. However, it's 7 minutes long, and it drags its own face against the concrete. Goes on for way too long, and it doesn't do anything like special or that creative, like a Let It Happen off of Currents, to justify this amount of like playtime. This song just drags its own like, if this song was like 3 minutes long, I would vibe with this song, but it just goes on and on and on. It's just let me go at this point. He also does this vocal thing, like this high-pitched vocal thing that doesn't work on the song and is kind of annoying, if you understand. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but you just kind of have to listen to it. If this song was 3 minutes long, it would be fine. It's not though, it's 7 minutes. It doesn't deserve to be 7 minutes, and it hurts the rest of the album because of that. Alright, now that we got that, best, worst, overrated, underrated, and favorite. Let's get into it. Best, I'll probably have to give it to Loser. Loser's just such a great song off of this album, and I think it does everything it needs to just right. And this sounds like a true Tame Impala song, and I really fuck with this song. It's really nice. Worst, probably Ethereal Connection. I just don't like the song at all. I think it's annoying. I think it's repetitive. I don't think it does anything special. It's just a waste of a song on the album. For overrated, I literally said it in the description of the song. It's Dracula. This song is overrated. I don't think it's necessarily that bad, and I think it's actually pretty decent, but it's overrated. Like, it shouldn't have this many streams. For underrated, I go Obsolete. I love the song. It sounds immaculate every time I listen to it, and between Loser and Obsolete, those are the songs I bump the most off this album. I think this is a really fire song. Now, when I originally made my list, I actually had Loser as my favorite song, but I just recently switched up to Obsolete because I've been bumping that more recently. Kind of interchangeable. I think both songs are really good songs, but Obsolete is so fire. Go give it a listen if you can. It's a great song. All right, now that we're done with that, we can just... You thought I froze there for a second, didn't you? Didn't you? I don't know how that's gonna look on camera. I don't know. All right, time for everybody's favorite part. Let's rate the album. Before we do that, here are my saves off the album. I got 6 of them. I think these are pretty decent saves. I'm not complaining about these at all. This album is really hard to rate because what it does well, it does really well, and it does feel like old prime Tame Impala. But what it doesn't do well, it really doesn't do well. Like, it drags down the album a fair bit. And when I first got into this album, I really wanted to like it as much as I could. But there's so much on here that isn't great, that I'm just not a fan of. And even the stuff I am a fan of, I'm not like a huge fan of. Except for, you know, Loser and Obsolete. I do like the intro, that's actually not true. I do like the intro a lot, but other than that, everything else is kind of take it, leave it. And it's kind of disappointing from a Tame Impala album because I loved Currents, I love the Slow Rush. So I was left a little disappointed when I started this album. And for those reasons, I think I'm gonna give it 2 out of 5 stars. I don't think it's a bad album. I actually think it's a pretty good album, but there are a lot of bad songs on here. However, the highs of this album are very high, and I think the highs at least are deserved of a listen. I just want to make one quick side note before I get to the outro here. I watched Anthony Fantano's review of this album, and he's never going to see this. I don't expect him to see this. However, I think you're objectively wrong. I think giving this album a 2 is kind of ridiculous. He gave this album a 2 out of 10. Editor, put it up. He gave this album a 2 out of 10, and I think that's absolutely, like, the dumbest thing I've ever seen. He put this album below UI Scooty and The Life of a Showgirl, which I don't see in the slightest. This album is definitely way better than those 2 projects, and it's honestly kind of insulting to see him rate this album so low and those other ones so high. Like I said, I don't expect him to see this, and honestly, he knows more about music than I do, so maybe he's just seeing something that I'm not seeing or that I'm missing. However, I think this album is a lot better than he's giving it credit for, and I think it's kind of a shame that he rated it so low, and I just want to talk about it real quick. Alright, with that side tangent out of the way, thank you guys for watching, I really appreciate it. Hit subscribe, like, comment albums you want me to listen to in the future. Also, I got my Spotify in the description, as always. Everything I have is in the description, think about it, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, whatever the hell, right? I have it all in the description. Go follow me on everything, join the Discord, and I'll see you guys next week. See ya.